Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, TEDx. Hello, CIT Bengaluru. I myself am a living testament to the power of love and acceptance. Why? I guess it's just simple. I'm a trans woman. I guess in 2024, being a trans woman, I don't even have to explain the challenges I face, what makes me powerful, what makes me feel low. There are a lot of obstacles, there are a lot of things in my life where I think would be an example or would be, a blessing for many people who listen to this. And even if not, just hear me and I'll be more than glad. I myself, Nivi Nived Antony, used to be Nived Antony, Mr. Nived Antony, and now officially, legally, personally, everywhere, Miss Nivi Nived Antony. I'm a proud trans woman, I'm a model, I'm an HR, influencer, artist, multiple professions. So let me start with where my childhood started. So I guess I'm wearing the same sari which I'm wearing in this picture. I find this very lucky. This was my Christmas gift from my parents. And yeah, so let me start with my childhood. I was a complete introvert kid, born and brought up in a big family, almost around 30 plus people, my grandparents' home. A kid who was the only kid in that house because all my siblings and cousins were minimum 10 years elder than me. So I used to have a childhood, I wouldn't say a lonely childhood, it was a childhood with a lot of imaginary friends and me flying here and there with butterflies. I was roaming around with butterflies, catching butterflies, playing with imaginary friends. From childhood, I never thought I would literally stand here. Once I completed my 10th grade, we moved out of our grandparents' home. We moved into a place called Fort Cochin, which is a mini Goa, I would say, where my real life started. When I completed my plus 2, I met with an accident. Till then, I was a complete introvert, I would say. The accident changed me. How? I'll tell you. So I met with a small cycle accident, but then I broke my jaws. All my teeth were dislocated. And after the surgery, I had to literally shut my mouth for 2 months. Once it was opened, I didn't stop talking. Even now I'm talking. And I think I should thank God for that entire accident which changed my life. From then, I became an extrovert. I started talking to everyone. Until then, I used to be that shy boy in the school, in every crowd I have been. And that was my childhood. From childhood, how my profession started, my education. So my parents always thought I should follow what all my cousins does. Get some degree, move to Dubai, work there until you become an uncle. You work in Dubai, then come home back, then have your retirement there. So hence my mom wanted me to follow my sister's path. My sister was very good in studies, but I used to be a very average kid. Hence they wanted me to be an accountant. They asked me to join for BCom. I was doing my degree on the second year. After the second year exam, I came to know the truth that accounting is not at all my thing. I should drop it off. I dropped it off. I got into an MNC, worked there for nearly 5 years. And that's where my life had another twist. I fell in love with a man. A man I didn't even know. I have never asked him if he is gay, if he is bisexual, nothing. I sent him a friend request, and from there my love journey started. He was gay. He's still gay. And from there my love life started. It was a long distance, 5-year long distance relationship. Um, I loved him more mainly because being in an Orthodox family, he chose to accept me in public. Um, how my come out was, since childhood, my parents knew who I am. And I used to even tell them I'm never getting married to a girl. And they never asked why. But when I got into my 10th grade, I told them I love men. And mainly I gave them an example too. So that time the Titanic released and it used to be a thing. And I used to even dream about Leonardo DiCaprio. I used to even tell my mom and dad, I saw Jack today. So it used to be a thing. And I started seeing more actors in my dream. And then it was so evident I didn't even have to explain anything to them at all. And so what they told me was like, you just be 18 years and then you decide. My parents were like, they were educated, even though they are from an Orthodox family, they were like very cool. My mom and dad are like my best friends. I'll literally show their pictures soon. And so that's my, the come out was like, my come out story is like very different compared to any other people in the community. So my love life started, and after 5 years of long distance relationship, he works in UAE. I moved into Bangalore just to be in more strong relationship with him. So I moved out of my parents' home. I moved into Bangalore, and Bengaluru has been nothing but welcoming, accepting. They have poured with love, lots of love and acceptance. And that's why I stick into Bangalore. Even though I travel a lot, even for 2 days, I come back to Bangalore and I be here. And after 5 years of long distance relationship, I asked him, can we get married? He was like, yes. He didn't even ask anything about it. I was like, it's not legal yet. He was like, let's do it still. I was like, wow. Let's do it. So he, after 5 years of long distance relationship, on 29th of December 2019, we decided to get married. I called all my cousins, I called all my best friends. They came all down to Bangalore. We had an amazing outdoor wedding in Chinnapanahalli Lake in Bengaluru. Trust me, even a birthday cake cutting has not happened in that lake, but they allowed my entire wedding there. So I'm more than thankful to the entire Bengaluru people and those specific people. We got married, but there come the next twist. On the second day of the marriage, everything turned upside down. There was a little cheating part happened, destroyed me completely. Second day of the marriage, that too, which happened after 5 years of long distance relationship. The cheating part was so much strong that it destroyed the entire relationship. It destroyed me. I spoke to his mom and dad. They said, take time, then decide. I was like, okay, chalo. I didn't even talk to my parents about it. After 8 months, I tried thinking, and I was like, okay, I can't forgive him. Even though it's a cheating part, it was so bad that I was not able to forgive him. Whenever I look at his face, this was coming back again and again. So I was like, okay, it should not destroy me, because for getting married to him, I had resigned my job, which where I was working in Bangalore. When I moved to Bangalore, I joined as call center executive, and I had to resign that job because it was all over the media. It was in front of Times of India, everywhere, and I couldn't literally get out of my home because everyone were like staring at me. So for those 8 months, where he was after marriage, after the cheating part, on the second day he left back to UAE. I'm living alone in Bangalore. COVID started and my life was like frozen. So after 8 months, I decided to call off the wedding. I announced everywhere. It was again in front of all over the YouTube and this and that, and I felt like, it's getting, my entire community is being affected. So I decided to speak up regarding it. I spoke up about my separation with my ex-husband, made it so clear that there was no fault in each side. It was a mutual decision, and I think that's how any separation should happen. And moving ahead, that was the end of my love relationship. Then that's where my entire profession got changed. So I got an offer from HSBC India, and I joined there as again just as a banker. I joined there. I worked there for 2 years. That time it was again COVID time. I was in Kerala with my parents. I moved back to Bangalore again because where I was working as call center executive, which I resigned the job for getting married, those same people call me back stating, we have been seeing your life, and I don't know, they saw a lot of things in me, and they were like, we have an HR post where we want you to have it. I was like, okay, chalo, I'll do it. And I took that job. It was learning and development, where I thought it would be boring, but still, HR post is really cool. I took it, and I guess I was so good that they gave me more job roles in it. I got employee engagement, which I'm very good at. I love connecting with people. I love talking to people. So I try to manage both the profiles together. In meanwhile, I started, so my wedding, my divorce and everything used to be a thing in Kerala. I don't know about Bangalore, but in Kerala it used to be a thing. And I used to be kind of active in TikTok and everywhere. So in meanwhile, I started getting popular in Kerala, that I started getting more opportunities into media. I got even a chance to be a newsreader. I got chance in Big Boss since last 4 times in Kerala. But I don't know, due to some reason I had to ditch it. This time I was like, I'll go to Big Boss, but then they did not call me. So I guess there is no 4th time charm or 5th time charm. And talking about it, so when I was working as HR, I got so much of movie options. I got so much of options that I had to turn it off. I mean, I had to literally say no to all those things because I was loving my job. I loved my job. Being an HR, I think most of the people find it as powerful, but for me it was like a chance to talk to a lot of people, and I could help a lot of people. So me being an influencer, I took that job role to help a lot of people. I guess I would say minimum 30 people got job through me by just posting reels. Whenever the vacancies come, I just put stories, I put reels, and a lot of people got options and they got amazing jobs there. And in meanwhile, I was thinking, like, when I was working there, I was so stressed that I felt like I need a partner badly. And I started falling in love with a lot of people. Nothing worked out until I realized I didn't need a boyfriend. I just needed to get out of this job because I'm not able to concentrate on anything. On my weekends, I travel to Kerala, but still, I'm not able to spend time with my parents. I'm not able to spend time with my pets. I have amazing pets. I have French Bulldog. I have Golden Retriever. They are the best ones. So about my profession again, so I spoke to my boss and I was like, I had to ditch so much of amazing movies just because of the job. And she was like, quit it. And I was like, are you sure? She was like, quit it. I quit the job. Well, thankfully, from being a call center executive, from being an introvert and everything, I decided to do what I love. That's where I found my ether. How? I'll tell you. I resigned the job. The first thing was like I got a guest appearance in a movie, in a Malayalam movie. Then after that, immediately I got a Netflix series option. Amazon series option. I did voice dubbing in it. So I did a guest appearance. I did voice dubbing for a series, and after that, in meanwhile, I used to do modeling. Professionally, I became a model, and the list goes on. So content creation, day-to-day life, I create a lot of reels, and a lot of people have said that they could open up a lot. Whenever they see my reels, they loved it, and some people could relate a lot of things. and nothing makes me more happier than that. And I guess I should show you how I used to look when I used to be Nived Antony, Mr. Nived Antony. This is how I used to look in 2021. Yeah, this is me in 2021. I used to be that party freak and curly hairs and everything. It is long gone. And from there, this is how I was discovering my ether. I am still discovering my ether, I would say. It's still an ongoing story. Then I became to a trans woman, Miss Nivi Nived Antony. Can we have a look at that? From 2021 to 2022, 2023, 2024. Oh, here is how I looked after 2021. I guess I had to do the breakup to turn into this Nivi Nived Antony. So I'll tell you why from being a gay to a trans woman, I didn't tell about that. So I always wanted to be a woman since my childhood. But then my partner was gay, that he gave me an option, either choose me or be a trans woman. And we all are blind in love. I chose to be with him instead of being a trans woman. But then I guess fate and God's decision, everything made me become what I always wanted, the trans woman, Nivi Nived Antony. After the divorce, after the separation, I could be what I wanted. And in all these upside downs, I'll tell you, the two people who have always inspired me, my mom and dad. Can I have their picture? Okay. Oh, let this one be there. So everyone think whenever they hear about the term trans woman, people have very wrong thoughts, but nobody knows there's this India's first transgender SI, K. Pritika Yashni. There's India's first transgender principal. And my own trans mom, I have a trans mom who is the first trans newsreader in India. Her name is Sweetie Bernard. And there are so many people who owns their own legacy being a trans woman. But in India or in the entire world, the homophobia is so much filled that people have got very wrong concepts. Think about me. From being an introvert, I became an extrovert. I started helping a lot of people, even though it's happening somehow. And I'm standing here, being single, living alone in Bangalore, handling multiple options, multiple professions. I travel every now and then. Still, I manage to handle my professional life. I manage to handle my personal life. But I would say, at the end of the day, what I want is to be happy. When I come back to Bangalore in my apartment, when I sit home, I don't want to be tensed at all. I just want to sit and be happy. And how? It's only because of my parents. Can I have that picture for the final time? Yeah. This is my mom and dad. No. Yeah. This is my mom and dad. Very supportive since I was born till now. I will say, for the last session, I will say, recently I had an incident. So 2 days ago, I went for a family function and with my mom and dad. And somehow, a person literally came and misbehaved with me in front of my relatives. It happened. Nobody noticed. Only I knew it. People say when this happened, people even talk to all the rape victims or people who have been treated bad. They will always ask, why you did not react immediately? There is a reason. You'll be in a shock. I was in between my relatives. A man literally came and misbehaved with me. And I was in a shock thinking, did he really misbehave? I did not know. For a second, I was confused. Then I had to literally understand what just happened to me. I literally went to him and I asked him, what did you do right now? He was like, leave it. He said, literally, leave it. I had to raise my voice so that people would hear, imagining people would support me, the relatives. Those relatives, the auntie's home, that auntie literally walked into me and the auntie said, he always comes to this home. He have been coming to this home since years. So I was like, so what? They just wanted to erase that for that immediate second. But my dad overheard it. And this man literally walked into that room, and I don't know what happened next. He became the man of my life. I don't even need a lover who wants to be the man of my life. The man of my life would be my dad, CX Antony. He have been there whenever I needed a help, whenever I wanted a person to stand with me. My mom and dad have always been there. And I think even to find my Aether, my mom and dad have always been there. At the end of the day, I always want to tell you guys, do what you love, do what changes your life, never take any stress in your life, find your Aether, find your happiness in your life, do only what you love, and be with the people you love. And that's all. Lots of love. Thank you.